reactivity, I could literally do an hour just on this subject, just talking generically about reactivity, but this is what we get questions about probably the most. And there's so many different factors, so I can't sit here on a video addressing everybody and say this is why your dog's reactive, because it's down to the individual dog. So genetics do play a huge factor, as does socialization, and that socialization starts right from being with the breeder. So if you're going to a backyard breeder that's breeding dogs out in a stable that doesn't have any socialization skills whatsoever by the time you pick it up at 12 weeks old, you're already on the back foot. And then you have the crucial window up to 16 weeks old to get your dog socialized. And socialization doesn't mean approaching every single dog that you meet and saying hello. That can also go wrong because you do not know the dog that you're approaching, and that might have a negative impact. Bad experiences also are a factor with reactivity. Your dog may have had a bad experience at a crucial stage, or just a bad experience that is taken really badly and is now a reactive dog. The key to reactivity is not a one size fits all. People think I'll take my dog out and I'll socialize it and it'll just get used to it and I'll just keep letting it meet dogs. That's not the way to deal with a dog that's reactive. You're going to send that dog way over the threshold, then the likelihood of the dog being reactive next time is much higher. So what you need to do is keep your dog under the threshold. So we're going to try and modify this behaviour, and you do this in tiny little incremental steps. Don't try and force your dog into a situation where you're basically just rehearsing the reactivity. That's not the way to do it. Especially if you've got no clue how to deal with reactivity, and it is hard to deal with, avoid dogs. But this isn't the long-term answer. But do not send your dog over that threshold, because you are not keeping the dog safe. It's losing trust in you, and we're all about building the bond, and we need to build the bond by giving that dog coping strategies. I teach you how to teach your dog coping strategies. You need to build that bond with the dog. We want the dog to learn to be confident around other dogs and not just to fear the repercussions of it reacting to other dogs. And that's what you're doing with aversion tactics. So we're doing it through positive reinforcement.